All right, what's up, guys? How we doing today? I'm doing pretty well. Happy New Year to everybody. Today we're talking about whether or not it's worth it to still work with royalty-free music libraries. These are libraries like your Motion Array, Pond5, AudioJungle, which is Envato Elements as well, Artlist. So these kind of non-exclusive websites. So in the past, we'll say 5 or 6 years, the royalty-free non-exclusive market has changed a lot. And pretty much all these websites are subscription-based now. Back when I started, Pond5 and AudioJungle at least were not subscription-based, so you could sell your stuff for, $50 a track or whatever. We're going to go through kind of a few of the specific libraries and see what they're all about. The subscription-based stuff is mostly geared towards YouTubers and, low-budget wedding videographers, things like that. It's not where you're going to see TV placements usually. I've gotten maybe a couple actually, but you're generally not going to see those kinds of big placements through these websites. Let's start with Pond5. Through my first couple of years in the music licensing business, Pond5 was actually one of my highest earning music libraries because I was doing non-exclusive music at the time. A lot of people think that, when you get started, you should do non-exclusive royalty-free stuff because it's low risk, but I will tell you that it's very low reward too. People pay like $10, $15 to get a membership to these libraries per month. And, if they download 30 tracks for a $15 fee, then that will be split between all the people who licensed the music to that client. So it's pennies. And a lot of these websites are actually not even 50% that they split with the composers. Pond5, like I said, they were a big one for me. They used to be 50-50, legitimate company, and I was getting a few sales a month, $50 maybe. Total or 75, but now it's subscription based and they sell a lot of the music to train AI systems, and I've gotten a few actually really good paydays from that stuff, but it doesn't spell out good news for the music licensing business when these massive deals are being done to train AI. And there is a lawsuit coming about this stuff, which is a different topic, but if these AI systems get so good that they don't need us anymore, then we have nothing really to do left in this business. And the AI stuff, there's some stuff that I've heard that's pretty good, but I have personally prompted some stuff and it didn't really sound too good to me. There are definitely good things out there. So the fact that Pond5 is doing that, combined with the fact that they keep 80% of those royalties and they keep 70% now of any other sales. So subscription sales, they still sell stuff a la carte like they used to. Every few months I'll get a sale like that. But in my opinion, no, you should not work with them. It's just a waste of time, really. And they've already shot themselves in the foot. Basically, they're spelling out the end of their own business. And they're trying to make a quick buck in the 11th hour. They created this 11th hour thing, if you know what I mean. I don't personally work with them, but Motion Array is one, and Artlist. Those are two supposedly more reputable, non-exclusive royalty-free sites. I know some people who are making on Motion Array like $100 a month. Artlist, I think, is similar. They're both subscription-based. As far as I know, they're still 50-50, I think. Someone let me know in the comments if you know that it's anything otherwise. Subscription-based, if you have a big catalog, you might make some decent money, a couple $100 a month or something. I don't personally do it, but there's people out there that they're not making a living from it by any means, I don't think. If you do, also let me know in the comments if you make a living from royalty-free stuff. If you're not trying to do this full-time or anything, you just want to do a low-risk side thing, then it's up to you. AudioJungle, so I do work with them. When I say I do work with them, I have old tracks still on their websites. So for my first 2 years or so, I did non-exclusive because I didn't want to give away the rights exclusively to libraries. But I still have some music in AudioJungle. I don't upload there anymore, or anywhere for that matter. AudioJungle, I get like 1 or 2 sales a year, and I have, 30, 40, 50 tracks in there. Envato Elements is their subscription-based side of things. That was actually invite only a couple years ago. They invited their top authors to be a part of that, and you can't even submit or apply to that now. Maybe they'll open it up again at some point, but I feel like they have a lot of music already in there, and they don't really feel the need to invite other people because it's probably everything that they would need in there. They also do sell their music to train. Data set earnings is what Pond5 calls it. But yeah, AudioJungle as well. You can opt in or opt out of having your music train AI, which is a respectable thing. Pond 5, technically you can opt out of it, but it's like hidden in the dashboard. I've known some people who opted out. So yeah, that's a few of them. Motion Array, Pond 5, AudioJungle. There's not as many of these sites as there used to be. There was quite a few more. Back in the day, Getty Images Music I worked with, they did really well for me. Would get $200 or $300 a month, and not even with a huge catalog. So is it worth it to work with these libraries now? And it's 2025 now. My personal opinion, no, it's not worth it. Especially if you're serious about this business. If you just want to make a few bucks here and there and screw around and record one song of this style, one of this, and whatever. There's worse things you could do, I guess. But it's the integrity of it. Most of these websites are not giving you even 50%. AudioJungle is one too that it's like 33% or something like that. Non-exclusive authors get 20 to 30% from Pond 5. If you're someone like me who's more serious about this, you want to work with the exclusive libraries, which get TV placements, which pay better. It's not little YouTube 25-cent license fees or whatever. Let's say you're not really recording music strictly for the sake of getting sync licensing revenue. If you record your artist music, for example, like your band or whatever it is, you could try putting your stuff in these royalty-free sites, but I don't think it's really a good idea because you're kind of selling yourself short if you do that. If you want to make 25-cent sales here and there, then whatever. But it's going to be going to YouTubers and stuff like that. The real thing you want to do if you're going non-exclusive is to go with boutique non-exclusive websites. Crucial Music is one, and TuneEdge is another one. You're not going to make consistent income, I don't think, from these sites. Once in a while, you might get a decent license. I don't know, $40 to $50, or even maybe a couple hundred. But I don't really know anybody who licenses music consistently, like, oh, I get like 5 licenses a month with Crucial, for example. They are legitimate companies, but it's not like every day that they're going to be looking for your specific thing. So yeah, those two at least are ones that I could recommend for non-exclusive that's not royalty free. But otherwise, if you're serious and you want to get TV placements and maybe even some ads and movies and stuff like that, exclusive music libraries are usually the way to go, especially your big Warner Brothers and your Universal and APM and all that stuff. That's where the TV clients are going to look for this stuff. They don't touch royalty free, honestly, because there's a lot of risk of stuff being retitled. They don't know where it came from. They don't know if there's loops in there. Like, it's just kind of the Wild West. A lot of the people who submit music on those sites don't know necessarily all the rules that you're supposed to follow in this business, because anybody can upload, and you're kind of taking their word for it that they didn't infringe on any copyrights or anything. So I need to say one more thing too. Is it possible to get any big placements through royalty-free sites? It actually is. So the biggest thing you can hope for really is if, say, like a really popular YouTuber licenses your music and uses it in like multiple videos. You're not going to get a lot of upfront money from that, but you will get, assuming you put your stuff into Content ID, you will get some pretty good royalties from that, hopefully. That stuff is dependent on how long they use your music and how many views the video gets, many other factors too. But that's your kind of the final frontier of the royalty-free market, is that you hope that you can get some big YouTube money from Content ID. So yeah, my personal opinion that I don't think it's worth it to work with the royalty-free sites. For your own artist music, you can try the boutique non-exclusive libraries. If they do get you licenses, which won't be every day, at least it'll be reasonably priced. It's not going to be pennies for each sale. But if you're writing music specifically for sync licensing purposes, I would suggest going with exclusive libraries, which are going to get you more TV placements. Some people voted on a poll that I did, and this wasn't the top answer, but I figured I would do this because some people wanted to see it. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see next, and we'll see you next time.